Today on Living Local Carolina, I am at the Grand Strand Model Railroaders. How are you doing, John?
I'm doing very well. How are you today?
I'm doing great. Hey. John is the president of the club here, so tell us about the club.
Well, the club started out in 1986 above Ed's Hobby Shop on 501 down in Myrtle Beach. Started out with 15 members and grew over the years to about 30 members, and they outgrew the club. And in 2011, this site became available, and we moved here and relocated and had to do a complete build on all the layouts here.
Interesting. So with this club, I'm loving what I'm seeing. The trains are absolutely beautiful. The layouts are beautiful. Tell me why members of the club enjoy being a part.
Well, members enjoy being part of it because everybody at one point or another probably has had a layout in their homes. A lot of people relocated here from the north, and down here there's no cellars and there's no attics like up there, so you're very limited in what you can do. So they come here to be part of this organization so they can run trains, add ideas to layouts to what can be done with them to enhance them, to make them look better and more realistic.
That's great. So you actually get an opportunity as a member to participate in the actual design and structure, correct?
Correct, yes, that's correct.
So do you have to have your own train to be a member of the club?
No, you do not need your own train. The club has plenty of their own engines that you could run. We have all the throttle controllers for them to run them by. And a lot of people think, well, I have to have my own train. No, you don't need to. But if you have them and you want to run them here, they have to have DCC in them, which is a computer. And everything is computerized to run on these train tracks so that a regular DC engine will not run. So most people have the DCC engines though.
Great. Well, tell me about the scales, because we were talking about the different sizes and things of that nature and the different builds. So tell me about that.
All right, we're standing in front of what they call O gauge or Lionel. This has gone back from the early 20s or even before that these trains were built. And this is what they used to make, big, large trains for the kids and the parents to have fun with. But as you can see, it takes a lot of room to run this scale.
Right.
Next to this is the HO, which is half the size of the O gauge. That you can fit a lot more into a smaller room. You can do smaller layouts with that. In front of us is N scale now, which is half the scale again of HO. That you can build a lot on a small area, and you can have a lot of trains running with that. And next to it over here is Z scale, which is half the scale again of N size. And that people build it and put it on coffee tables. They'll cut a top out of a coffee table, build a layout inside, and then put a piece of glass over it. And you can even put it in a suitcase. That's how small it is.
That's fun. So when it comes to being able to operate each different scale, is there a difference in that?
Some of these, like the O gauge and the Z scale, run on just direct current. The other scales, the N scale and the HO, run on a computerized DCC system. And so it takes a little more getting used to. This is just kind of easy. You just run a throttle up and give power to it and it goes. Everything is controlled by a computer so that you can make the engine go with a throttle by itself. And we can actually put two opposing trains coming on the same track and switch them off to a siding so that they could bypass each other and keep going, and you can bring the other train back up.